Hello everybody and welcome to Santa Rosa Junior College's Bailey Field for the Gridiron Classic. Today the College of the Siskiyous Eagles have traveled all the way from Weed and what is not good weather, and they're here to take on Santa Rosa Junior College. Both these teams in the top 20 in the state. Should be a great matchup here today at Bailey Field. Hello everyone, I'm Dave Cox along with John Antonio. And John, it's been a really good day so far if you're a duck or a bird, but if you're a football player, it's going to be a little sloppy.
Right, yeah, no, the Bear Cubs have played in this weather a couple times this year that we've been together, so I don't think they're going to have much trouble. We know Siskiyous comes from an area where it rains a lot, the wet weather, so this should actually be a good football game. Siskiyous likes to run the ball. I'm excited to see this Bear Cub defense from one last time.
Yeah, Santa Rosa Junior College's defense has been the story all year long, led by their linebackers, and we're going to take a look at some highlights from what those guys have done this year. Miles Gardia, Henry Stelzner, they've been awesome all year long.
Right. Yeah, Stelzner with a great career here at the JC, just making plays all over the field this year, along with Miles Gardia, the Casa Grande kid, who is making everybody proud down there in Gaucho land. But tonight, we're going to see some really good defensive play out of these two because they know it's the last time they step on Bailey Field. You know, he's just making plays on quarterbacks, closing speed. Just both guys do such a great job, and they complement each other. Any school looking for a dual linebackers right now should be looking at these two.
There you see Henry Stelzner, his numbers, 48 tackles on the year, the defensive player of the year in the Bay 6 Conference. Bear Cubs are looking to finish the season with a 9-2 record. A win today will accomplish that at home. So it's going to be a lot of fun. The players will be slipping and sliding all over the place, although it has stopped raining for the moment. So we'll see. It's the College of the Siskiyous Eagles taking on Santa Rosa Junior College in the Gridiron Classic coming up next here live on YSN365.com.
Sacrifice, character. These are all people in the right positions at the right time is the strategy, and commitment is the fuel that drives it. At Oil Stop, we share many of these values. Like a great football team, constant, ongoing training is the order of the day because amateurs do it right some of the time, professionals do it right all the time. Stop by Oil Stop and watch our team in action. We think you'll like what you see.
For the best in California comfort food in a friendly environment, come to Emily's Kitchen in Montgomery Village for breakfast and lunch with fresh soups daily along with sandwiches and salads. A neighborhood gathering place right near Montgomery High School. It's Emily's Kitchen.
At George Peterson Insurance, we support the communities we serve and live in. You'll find us helping out at the Boys and Girls Club and Sonoma Humane Society, collecting food for the Redwood Empire Food Bank, and more. It's our goal to make our neighborhoods a better place. We're invested in your success. For over 75 years, George Peterson Insurance has been serving our communities and customers with top-notch service and competitive pricing. Find out what we have to offer. George Peterson Insurance, we've got your back.
Highlights presented by Meade Clark Lumber Company, locally owned and part of the community for over 100 years. With the right information and the right materials, Meade Clark is the right lumber yard. So shop where the contractors shop, at Meade Clark Lumber.
Oh
There you have the national anthem as we get set to go here at Santa Rosa Junior College's
Highlights
Bailey
presented
Field.
by
Santa
Mead
Rosa
Clark
will be
Lumber
going
Company,
red
locally owned
with
and
the
part of the
navy blue
community for
trim. And the College of the Siskiyous Eagles will be in their white with blue. Eagles have had to travel a long way. In fact, John Antonio, they got here kind of late today.
Yeah, I was actually thinking about this earlier today. I wonder if they stayed over last night. Could have caught a couple of those great high school games around this area. But knowing on the budget that they have, they probably traveled early this morning and going to get right back on the bus and travel home tonight.
We'll be keeping track of other games today, including the Northern California semifinal game that is happening right now up at Butte. And Butte College has a 14-0 lead in the second quarter over San Mateo right now. So that game going on simultaneous with this one. We're just about ready to go. College of the Sequoias will be on offense first. They are going to receive the kickoff. Dropping back deep for them is Tremaine Tolbert. Also dropping back for them is Chance Nelson, two of their top wide receivers, as Andros Pedroza gets set to kick it off for Santa Rosa Junior College. Special teams all-conference player for the Bear Cubs. He's had a tremendous year, and where he is going to put his left foot down, it is pretty sloppy and slimy. Standing water on the field, although it has stopped raining right now, so the field could get better as the game goes along, but the damage really has been done earlier today, and it's not draining real well in a couple of spots in the middle of the field, as you can see. Pedroza will hit it from the 35. Tolbert and Nelson back for the College of the Siskiyous, and it's a low kick, bouncing at around the 30, and the Siskiyous player just dives on it right there at the 31-yard line. Pretty wise decision right there. That was number 42, Casson Hall. And so here we go. The offense set to take over. Jacob McCormick is their quarterback. McCormick has only played in a few games this year. Gabe Ferguson actually has taken the bulk of the snaps this year, but McCormick gets the start today. They start with a single back pistol formation, 3 receivers to the near side of the field. Grant Kingston is their main back, and they're going to throw on first down. They're going to throw deep. The defender falls down, but the pass goes high and incomplete, intended for Tolbert on the far side of the field.
Yeah, I got to think that if Tolbert doesn't dive and tries to make a little bit of a run underneath this ball, he's going to catch it. So early on, we're seeing the effects of this weather.
So first pass of the day by McCormick is incomplete. He's completed 54% of his passes this year for 460 yards, averages about 150 yards per game. Here comes the running back Kingston straight ahead, right into the heart of that defense, and he picks up a couple of yards, taken down by Michael Lockwood.
Yeah, great job by Lockwood getting off the block and stopping him. 2-yard gain, not going to kill you. This is where you want to have the offense early on in this game, 3rd and long.
So the Bear Cubs already doing their thing. There's an injured player down. We're going to take a look at the starters on defense for Santa Rosa.
Cramping.
There's your starting lineup: Tua Apa, Benjamin, of course, the corner, Stelzner, we talked about. Ryan Frazier gets the start today in place of Piolati, who was injured, Presley Piolati, who was injured last week. They thought for a moment this week that he might be able to play. The doctor said there was a very slim chance, and then they were maybe going to have him just long snap, and the doctor finally said, no, that's not going to work. He's not available.
Yeah, probably not even worth it at this point.
Chris James is in a linebacker right now here on 3rd and long. All right, Kingston has a hole. Kingston with a first down, out past the 43 to the 44. Benjamin takes him down, a 9-yard pickup.
Yeah, not your conventional play call on 3rd and long, running a simple just dive play there, but getting you the first down.
The Eagles have rushed for 171 yards per game, thrown for 165, so absolute and total balance for them. 1st and 10, first down, as McCormick brings them back up to the line. McCormick is out of Eatonville in Washington. A delay to Kingston, nice hole. Gardia hits him at the 50, but Kingston moves the pile across midfield and picks up 9 more yards, close to a first down for the Eagles.
That's another great dive play, getting some positive yards and a little bit short of the first down. Questionable spot there for the Eagles.
Kingston already with 20 yards on 3 carries. He gets off to a nice start today for College of the Siskiyous. 2nd and short now for the Eagles. McCormick hands it on, another delay to Kingston. He's hit at the line and stopped. I don't think he got there. First man to hit him was Andrew Tagialoa. Stelzner was also in on it.
It looks like he probably lost maybe half the yard there. It's a counter play. Bearcats don't bite on the counter step.
3rd and a couple. Bearcats defense trying to come up big. They have been awesome all year long, allowing less than 20 points per game. See if they can come up with a stop right here. 15 points a game allowed by them. Here comes Kingston, 3rd time in a row, and Gardia has him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss. Back at the 49-yard line, a loss of 4.
Yeah, Bearcats bring some heat to the top of the formation away from the double receiver set. They get him into a punt formation. That's where you want to be. Surprisingly, on a 3rd and short, they're able to stop him. They had him 3rd and long earlier.
Chance Nelson, who averages 37.5 yards per kick. And he heads it for Jannard James. He takes a bounce. He's going to roll down inside the 5, and it's going to die right there. Great kick.
Yeah, it took a funny hop on the 5.
46-yard kick. Yeah, kind of went flat. So Mitch Hood takes over now for the Bear Cubs offensively. Now Santa Rosa. Mitch Hood has had a very good season this year. Thrown for 2,862 yards and 25 touchdowns this year for the Bear Cubs. He will try to direct traffic today in rain. They have experience in the rain. They played earlier in the year in this same type of condition, and he had a pretty good game that day.
Yeah, no, I don't expect to see any flaws with Mitch's game in the rain. Played his high school career on a grass field, so this is nothing new to Mitch.
James will take the snap right at about the goal line. And Hood is going to throw it up in the air. They're going to call that incomplete. It was intended for Jannard James. We're going to take a look at the offense now, the starting offense for Santa Rosa. And there it is. Hood, James, Kurt Johnson, Putnam, Lanny Gaspar, Albert Bertrand. Starting on the offensive line today, Austin Ridley in place of Matt Robinson, who was injured last week as well.
Yeah, hopefully Matt has a quick recovery. Last I heard, could have been every ligament in that knee.
2nd and 10. They tried a little swing pass, kind of a dangerous play. Hitch and go this time, and he has to dump it at James's feet, incomplete. Good heat put on by the Eagles right up the middle, as getting to him early that time was Ellis Parr out of Sunset High School in Portland, Oregon. Nice rush.
Yeah, Bear Cubs trying to set up screen there. Safe play when you're on the goal line with your back to the wall. But the free release, the D lineman didn't bite on it. Mitch had to just throw it at the feet of James.
So 3rd and 10, the Bear Cubs in danger of going 3 and out here on their first possession. Hood out of the end zone, throws it, and it's incomplete, intended for Putnam, in and out of his hands. And so another all-conference player, the punter for Santa Rosa Junior College, Dalton Mullins out of Windsor, will come on and try to return the favor after the great kick by Chance Nelson.
Yeah. Putnam doesn't drop many passes. Didn't quite see if that one hit him in the hands. Sure looked like it. Not expected out of that kid.
Mullins has had a great year kicking the football. Trying to get the Bear Cubs out of a little trouble right here. And a floater going to be effective as it takes a nice bounce and trickles out past the 45 and stops at the 48-yard line. Not a great kick, but it does the job and gives the Bear Cubs defense a chance to come up with another stop here and get back on. So the Eagles, who come into this game with a 6-4 record, ranked number 16 in the state, love to pull off the upset here today against the Bear Cubs, who, with an 8-2 record, are 11th in the state, just missed that top 10. A couple of misfires in conference players. They might be playing in that Northern California semifinal today.
Right, which I know they're disappointed they're not there, but this program just continues to be on the rise, getting a lot of local guys here now that kind of fell off for a while, but they're doing it here.
Modesto and American River in the other semifinal. That game kicks off at 6 p.m. tonight. McCormick to throw, fires it over the middle, incomplete. Looking for Cody Hadlock that time.
Yeah, Jace Griffey just missed an early interception there. If the field's not so wet, he may get the interception, but he just couldn't set his feet.
There's Jacob McCormick, the quarterback. The kid, 6'2", 208. He is just a freshman. And 2nd and 10 now. They've run Kingston primarily after throwing on first down. And here he comes again. A little draw play, and he's tripped up at the line of scrimmage and just gets past the 40-yard line. Nice tackle there in the open field by James Tolliver out of Annalee High School. There's Kingston's stats on the air, 739 yards and 5 touchdowns for the Eagles.
Yeah, not a bad year for a running back at the college level where many teams don't really run the ball that much anymore.
Lost about a half yard on that one. McCormick to throw behind his man, and incomplete. The receiver tried to stop, and his feet went right out from under him. Felix Benjamin out of El Cerrito was the defender that time.
Yeah, here comes the punt team.
Both teams having a hard time throwing the football.
Just no one can set their feet as you see the receiver. He doesn't overrun this, he just can't stop. So that'll take a while to adjust to. But once they do get adjusted to this field, they'll know where the locations are to throw the football where it's a little bit dry and enough to get these guys to be able to not slip and slide. The middle of the field is just, it's unbearable to throw the ball to.
Nelson to punt again, and flags and whistles. Kirk Mason, our referee, will go into action for the first time today. So that's going to cost the Eagles 5 as they back up after the false start. 4th down and 15. Nelson will punt it from about the same area that he hit it last time. End over end kick. James is going to call for a fair catch this time, and then he's going to take off. Not sure. He kind of changed his mind at the last second. It wasn't a super definitive fair catch, but he did raise the hand.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not too sure what he was thinking. If he didn't quite want to call the fair catch.
So the Bear Cubs will start in much better field position this time as he called that fair catch at the 27-yard line. So Mitch Hood and company with a little breathing room to operate with now. First and 10 for the Bear Cubs. Riley Amundsen carrying. Check it, that is Zach Smith, and Zach Smith with a big run gets all the way out past midfield. Haven't seen Zach Smith much in the latter part of the season, but he is a very good back, very capable, and he rips off a nice run as he picks up 25 yards for the Bear Cubs.
Yeah, good job keeping your feet moving. You never know when the foul is going to open up something towards the outside or that little gap that you're looking for on a cutback, but he does a good job. Another local kid out of Fort Bragg.
First down of the day, a 5'10", 190-pound sophomore, Zach Smith. Good to throw. Firing it deep down the middle. Nobody there, and it's intercepted by the Eagles. Brandon Stokes comes up with that. Stokes upended at the 30-yard line. First turnover of the day.
I think the obvious is a little miscommunication here. Mitch thinks he's going to go on a go route. See it here, Putnam just stops. Not sure if he's running the out, but not a bad tackle by Jalen Soto.
Yeah, he looked good on that. Stokes out of Homestead, Florida, comes up with the interception. First turnover of the day for either team, and the Eagles take back over. Well, we've seen a lot of action so far, and only 3 minutes have ticked off the clock. About 5 minutes, actually, I should say. Kingston, the single back. Pitch it out to him this time. He takes the snap well behind the line of scrimmage, gets back to the line, picks up a couple yards before he is met by Andrew Tagialoa out of Honolulu, Hawaii. We always get a lot of folks from the Hawaii area watching our live broadcasts. Pick up of 4 yards that time for Kingston. And I really believe the team that is going to be able to establish the run today, John, is going to really have a huge advantage. So far, the Eagles have run the ball pretty well, but that 25-yard for Zach Smith bodes well for the Bearcats. Here comes Kingston again, left side, into a wall of red jerseys after a gain of a couple. Never does go down, but they do blow the whistle. Miles Gardia was the first man to meet him as he picks up a couple more yards.
Yeah, get back to what you said about who's going to win the game. Inevitably, it's going to come to turnovers. And plays like what we just saw Mitch throw in the interception, where the defense doesn't essentially have to do much work. You can't give them free plays. That's when you guys lose football games.
Third down, they need about 3. Here comes Kingston. Benjamin hits him. Now Stelzner, and he goes down short at the 40-yard line. It's going to be 4th and about 1.5. Tempting perhaps to go for it, but it looks like Chance Nelson will come on and punt again for the Eagles. Talked about that linebacking crew, even without Presley Piolotti today. It's a very good crew, and you know they would like to have a big game in his honor today. So Jannark James drops back deep again. Nelson on to punt for the 3rd time today. First down's tough to come by. Teams have just amassed 1 apiece so far. Low snap handled by Nelson. End over end kick, and this time James will return it from the 27 again. Gets to the outside, makes the first couple guys miss, and he's hit at the 30 and gets to the 32. So slowly but surely the Bearcats getting a little bit better field position. Now the question is, can they do something with it? Neither team has been able to complete a pass thus far in the football game.
Yeah, you know, you're right. You got to chip away at field position, especially in weather like this, and the field's such a terrible shape. Getting 5 yards back on the other end of the turnover, it doesn't hurt you too bad now looking back at that turnover that they had, but they need to come up with something on this drive, if not pin them between the 10 and the goal line on another punt.
Flags and whistles just before the snap. Looks like the Bear Cubs get their first taste of penalty today.
First and 15.
So you see Zach Smith back in at the running back position.
Well, here we go. First and 15 now after the 5-yard penalty. Here comes Zach Smith again. He had that big run, and he's got another decent run. However, there's a marker down behind the line of scrimmage. It looks like a hold will go against the Bear Cubs.
Flag is down.
Not good when you're talking field position. Continue to move backwards on positive plays.
And that's going to be a 10-yard penalty for the Bear Cubs. See Kirk Mason, our referee, 10 yards from the spot of the foul, so it's first and a whole bunch.
Yeah, Jalen Soto just getting his hands around the defender.
All the way back to the 23-yard line, then we get out to the 47-yard line. So it's first and about 23 yards to go. Hood to throw. He's got Putnam, first completion of the day at the 35. Putnam slips out all the way to the 40-yard line as Bear Cubs get a nice chunk back there. 18-yard pickup.
And does a good job staying comfortable in the pocket. Hits Putnam. Putnam may have wanted to go outside on this. He actually gets a little bit of a block from Gaspar, but he decides to split the receivers and gets a good gain and gets him right back into a position that he can get a first down on.
Here comes Zach Smith. Nice hole at the 45. He's got a first down out past the 50. Knocks one of the Eagles over. and gets all the way down to the 43-yard line. What a great run as he shows some great second effort and picks up 17 yards.
Yeah, great job by Smith wanting to show them that he could have carried the ball a little bit more this year. See him here, trying to make a decision whether he can go outside or inside. Just decides to kind of lower the shoulder, and not so much great tackling by the Eagles.
Smith, who carried 32 times this year in 7 games, averaged about 3.5 yards a carry. He's done much better than that so far today. Hood to throw, far side, complete. It's Beltran who gets down to the 37-yard line. Pickup of 7 yards on first down.
Yeah, again, Bear Cubs just staying confident, know they can move the ball on this team. Chipping away.
Mitchell starting to get into a little bit of a rhythm here at 6 minutes and 20 seconds to go in the first quarter. No score here in the Gridiron Classic from Santa Rosa Junior College's Bailey Field. Here comes Zach Smith, and Smith has another first down, and Smith dives all the way to the 25-yard line. We've seen a lot of Jay Ferguson, a lot of Janarik James, but the coaches go to Zach Smith, and it's the right number, the right guy in this conditions. He's having a great game.
He's just staying low, running hard, keep his feet moving in this stuff. You know, you look at where he comes from, Fort Bragg, he's used to playing in weather like this. I don't think a day goes by when it's not foggy, rainy, windy in Fort Bragg. I haven't been there many days when it's been sunny.
First down, Bear Cubs, their third first down. Good to throw. Defender falls down. Putnam gets a block, and look out. He's inside the 5, and he's gone. Lanny Gaspar with a great block springs Putnam into the end zone, and the Bear Cubs take the lead, a 25-yard play.
Yeah, almost an identical play to what we saw earlier where Putnam split the defenders instead of running outside on Gaspar's block. You'll see it here. He does a great job. He reads the block. And this time he knows he's got to go inside the block because Gaspar's shoulders are turned outside, and he just makes one move to get in the end zone. Great job.
So the Bear Cubs get on the board. Nice drive set up by the field position after the punt return by Janarik James. Pedroza to try and add the point, and his kick is up, and it's good. So Santa Rosa with a 7-0 lead. We'll take a break right here and be back with the kickoff. The Bear Cubs draw first blood here in the Gridiron Classic. Pedroza to try and add the point, and his kick is up, and it's good. So Santa Rosa with a 7-0 lead.
Hard work, sacrifice, character. These are the hallmarks of a great football team or a great company. Well-trained people in the right positions at the right time is the strategy, and commitment is the fuel that drives it. At Oil Stop, we share many of these values. Like a great football team, constant, ongoing training is the order of the day, because amateurs do it right some of the time, professionals do it right all the time. Stop by Oil Stop and watch our team in action. We think you'll like what you see.
So the Bear Cubs get on the board here, a 7-0 lead. Low kick. Taking on a couple of hops. That is Lane Cummings, and Cummings is taken down way back near the 23-yard line. Nice job. Zach Hugh, one of the backup quarterbacks, does a nice job. He's out of Fortuna, California. A tough guy. He can play quarterback. He can also play on the kickoff team, and he makes a nice tackle here.
Yeah, Santa Rosa special teams always they're really successful. Let's go take a look back here.
Falls down.
We like it so much. We want to watch it again.
It's a great play. Don't come back to it.
He's very happy with his buddy Lanny Gaspar, who gets credit for the block that springs him into the end zone. 5:36 to go now. The Bear Cubs up 7-0. McCormick running a little option. He keeps and ends up getting to the 25-yard line, a pickup of a couple. Coming up and making that hit was Andrew Tagialoa. He's had a good game so far, 6 foot, 225-pounder for the Bear Cubs.
Hey, watch the defense. They just scrape across the top, making sure they can keep that team going lateral up the line of scrimmage. A lot of running for a 2-yard gain.
McCormick's first carry of the day. He's only run the ball 9 times all year coming into the game. Runs away to Kingston. Into a wall of red at the 25, and he's not going to get much, if any. Nice job defensively. The Bear Cubs defense, very difficult to run against. And the first guy on the scene that time was Adam Blum. Blum out of Kristianstad, Sweden. Hello to the folks in Sweden watching today. We always get a lot of hits from that part of Europe as well whenever we go live.
See what they do with Miles Gardia here. He's going to drop into coverage.
Pass incomplete. Benjamin got there right as the ball arrived, and he disrupts the throw intended for Tolbert. Tolbert out of LaGrange, Georgia, and it's going to be another punt. Still looking for their first completion in the air.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to find much success throwing the ball here today.
They are a running team. They've done a good job running the ball this year. They actually average 171 yards a game, where passing they're only at 165. So
This is a tough team to throw the ball on.
Nelson to punt, flags and whistles. Just before that, Sac City and DVC are underway. That game in the first quarter, and Sac City's jumped out to a 7-0 lead. That's the State Center Bowl. Butte and San Mateo winding out the first half, and Butte still holding on to a 14-0 lead in that one. Shasta has a 7-0 lead over West Hills out of Coalinga, that one in the first quarter. That's the NorCal American Division Championship Bowl. Here comes Nelson's kick. It's a good one, and it's going to go over James's head and sail all the way back to the 20-yard line. What a kick. Wow. 60 yards on that one. That's a big boot.
Yeah, two good punters here today.
Not a matchup you typically would want to look at in a game, but both these punters are really good. Santa Rosa's had a lot of success all year with their punter.
Kevin Ballatore talking with his offense as they retake the field. Got into a nice rhythm on their last possession and drove down the field. There's Kerr Johnson looking for his first catch of the day. Good with Zach Smith. Smith settling into that running back position. He's had a good game so far. He's being rewarded with more snaps for the Bear Cubs. 2 to the far side, 2 to the near side. On first down, it is Zach Smith straight ahead out of Fort Bragg. And the football is loose. It looks like one of the Bear Cubs has it.
I can see it from here. He's down. I don't know how they missed that call on the field. There's only 7 referees out there.
Looks down to
Beltran
me here.
recovers this.
I
Yeah, he was definitely down. Yeah, that was Max Valdez, who has 73 tackles on this team, who made the hit. He's out of Paradise, and he knocked the ball loose. Looked like the knee might have been down prior to that. It's a 5-yard gain for the Bear Cubs. Hood to the far side, goes right through Kerr Johnson's hands and incomplete.
Kerr not happy with himself there. Get your eyes behind the football. He knows that.
Covered on that play by Joshua Berry.
Play he makes
Third
more
and
times
5.
than not.
Yeah.
There's Kevin Ballatore. Johnson, who has 48 catches on the year, as the Bear Cubs now face a 3rd and 5. Swinging out. Gaspar can't hang on. Good defense that time as he was bumped by Brandon Stokes. And now the Bear Cubs will have to punt.
A little more float on that ball than you want to see. You want to see a little bit more of a hard throw on that to get it to him. He's got to wait as he continues to get closer to the sidelines. That makes him take his eyes off the ball to check out where he is on the field. And of course, when you take your eyes off something, it's a lot harder to pick it up on the way back.
A lot of umbrellas in the stands today, folks. Braving the storm. Comes the kick by Mullins. Not one of his better kicks, end over end. And it's going to give the Eagles pretty good field position as it stops at the 47.5-yard line. So the College of the Siskiyous, they have picked up at least one first down so far in this game. That's all. Here, see the folks on the far side. Long way from Weed. That's quite a trip.
Yeah, that's some brave fans there.
Like today, especially. McCormick brings the Eagles out. Still a lot of standing water on the field, although it really stopped raining right about game time. McCormick's pass, far side, complete. First completion of the day, and slipping down at the 45-yard line is Cody Havelock out of Buckley, Washington. Finally able to connect with a receiver, and it's an 8-yard pickup.
Yeah, really the only way to get a rhythm going there.
Second and about 2 here for the Eagles. Checking off at the line of scrimmage. Kingston settles in next to McCormick now in a pistol formation. A little trouble with the snap. The rush is coming. It's a screen. Gardia reads it beautifully and takes him down. Frazier was also there. It's a loss of 4 back at the 49-yard line.
Yeah, great job by Miles Gardia here, seeing it screen, being patient, don't overshoot the run. And he makes a great tackle here, just holds on as he slips by. But again, Miles is a great football player, having a great end to his JC career here. Looking forward to seeing him at the next level. We'll talk about him in a little bit.
It's actually the first catch of the year by Kingston. And that pass is incomplete, so another 4th down coming up for the Eagles. McCormick heads off the field, and Chance Nelson, who's been very busy here in the early going, will punt again. Snowy conditions, to say the least. Janorik James dropping back again. He's had a couple of decent returns, and they're going to fake this, and it's going to work beautifully. Straight up the gut, big yardage. Wow, all the way down to the 20-yard line as they direct snap it to one of the blockers, Jackson Davis out of Portland, Oregon, and Davis rumbles ahead for 29 yards and a first down.
Yeah, smart. Santa Rosa leaves nobody behind. You see the play develop here later in the play. Good job. Keep your feet moving. Get yourself into a scoring position here. At least get 3 out of this drive.
Xavier Freeman brings them down all the way at the 20, so the Eagles in pretty good shape right here. They do have a very good field goal kicker. Pump fake, oh my goodness, what a hit. Helmet flies off, that's Stelzner who comes in and makes the big hit. Yeah, Henry Stelzner, wow.
He's not happy he's back out on that field.
He's got to come off for a play. Originally from the Minneapolis, Minnesota area, settled in here to Santa Rosa about 7 years ago. Defensive Player of the Year in the Bay 6 Conference. 2nd and 10.
Interesting.
Kingston.
No, ball's up.
And the ball is on the ground. Still loose. Looks like the Eagles have it. And they ended up picking up a couple of extra yards all the way to the 13-yard line. 8-yard pickup on that.
Yeah, so when Stelzner came out, they moved Tuefa down the linebacker, brought Kendall Greer on the field at safety.
Here comes Kingston again, but flags and whistles. Stelzner was back in that time. The Butte College of San Mateo game is now at halftime. Butte holding on to a 14-0 lead in that one. I imagine the conditions aren't much better in Chico today.
Oh, yeah. I don't know what type of field they play on at Butte, but they're looking at the same type of deal up there, maybe even a little worse. Typically north of us, we get hit harder with rain. I should say they get hit harder with rain.
5-yard penalty backs up the Eagles into a 3rd and 7 at the 18-yard line. McCormick to throw. Dumps it off, another penalty marker down. The receiver slipped. Trying for that back shoulder throw, and it's a very difficult play to complete in these conditions. So we'll see if the Bear Cubs decline this or back him up.
Well, I'm thinking you want to back him up. What do I know? I guess kicking from there is not going to be an option.
4th down and 7 for the Eagles.
They're going to go for it. 4th and 7 from the 18-yard line. Figure that the conditions aren't great for field goal kicking today. McCormick with a single back, different back in the game right now. It's Thomas Pierre. And they'll run it to Pierre straight ahead. And he is hit hard, but he bounces off the pile and gets close to a first down at the 10-yard line. How in the world did he maintain his footing after that big hit?
Well, I'll tell you, Justin Tuefa hits him a little bit high here. You're going to see, comes in high. Justin hits him a little lower, it's game over. But, yeah.
Wow.
So, gotta get low, Justin.
8-yard pickup, third first down for the Eagles.
Justin's a missile. I love watching him play. I love coaching him. I can't wait to see him where he ends up next year and continue to see him play some good football.
Out of Pioneer High School. Great to see tons of local talent for Santa Rosa Junior College, as well as some guys from out of the area. It's a great mix. Here comes Kingston, trying to bounce this to the outside. And he is taken down. Nice tackle. And on that one for the Bearcats was Jace Griffey. Also there was Andrew Tagialoa. Stelzner in the area.
Yeah, Justin played for us at Pioneer, and he had a chance to play for Dante DePaula there when he was with us, and comes here, and now he gets another 3 years with Dante. So he's had a great career in this system, as he did with us. Had a little hiccup his senior year with us, but battled back, and it's great to see him on the field here.
That's going to do it for the first quarter. Santa Rosa up 7-0, and we'll take a break right here, and when we come back, we'll have the start of quarter number 2 here at Santa Rosa Junior College in the Gridiron Classic.
Hard work, sacrifice, character.
These are the hallmarks of a great football team or a great company. Well-trained people in the right positions at the right time is the strategy, and commitment is the fuel that drives it. At Oil Stop, we share many of these values. Like a great football team, constant, ongoing training is the order of the day, because amateurs do it right some of the time, professionals do it right all the time. Stop by Oil Stop and watch our team in action. We think you'll like what you see.
So the Bear Cubs with a 7-0 lead after one. Start of quarter number 2 now, and College of the Siskiyous threatening. They are in the red zone, facing a 2nd and goal from the 10-yard line, trying to punch it in here and tie this football game up. Bear Cubs defense digging in. It's a much drier end of the field. They try a reverse this time. Ryan Blythe, and he's got some room to the outside, and he scores. They pitched it to Kingston. He handed off to Blythe out of Staten, Oregon, and he goes the distance. A 10-yard run for the Eagles.
Yeah, nobody even saw that it was going to be a reverse. No one expecting it. Right here. Nice toss play. Hides it well. Defense has the back to the play. Just can't get off their blocks. Benjamin is in for the easy score. This is a game.
10-yard run for Blythe. Justin Kalen, kicker.
With a hoodie on.
Check it, this is Austin Gould. And Gould pops it through. It's good. So the Eagles tie it up at 7-7. We'll take a quick break right here and be back with the kickoff. We are all tied up here in the Gridiron Classic. For the best in California comfort food in a friendly environment, come to Emily's Kitchen in Montgomery Village for breakfast and lunch with fresh soups daily along with sandwiches and salads. A neighborhood gathering place right near Montgomery High School. It's Emily's Kitchen.
At George Peterson Insurance, we support the communities we serve and live in. You'll find us helping out at the Boys and Girls Club and Sonoma Humane Society, collecting food for the Redwood Empire Food Bank, and more. It's our goal to make our neighborhoods a better place. We're invested in your success. For over 75 years, George Peterson Insurance has been serving our communities and customers with top-notch service and competitive pricing. Find out what we have to offer. George Peterson Insurance, we've got your back.
So 7-7, short kickoff. Fair catch called for, but this is a live ball and it rolls out of bounds. Oh my goodness, the Bear Cubs dodge a huge bullet on that one.
Yeah, I don't
Tried
know.
to call for a fair catch.
It actually is going to work out for the Bear Cubs because the ball rolled out of bounds. I'm not sure. Oh, I'm not sure we're going to see the replay here about what number. Yeah, they called for the fair catch instead of securing the catch. Almost let the Eagles recover that. The Eagles player realized that it's a live ball. He probably would have got it.
The Bear Cubs will actually take it at the spot where it went out of bounds. That is
Oh, yeah.
a huge break for them. So they get it at the 42-yard line. First and 10, Santa Rosa. Zach Smith, and he goes down for a loss. What a great defensive play. It was Bobby Willoughby, his 7th tackle for a loss this year out of LaGrange, Georgia, all the way back at the 39.
Yeah, Smith again tried to cut it outside. Couldn't get around the block.
Second and long. Hood to throw, batted at the line of scrimmage. Getting a hand up on that and batting that ball down was Jonathan Warner. Great defensive player for the Siskiyou
Yeah,
Eagles.
just get your hands up. Never know. Maybe create a turnover here. But you got the Bear Cubs in a 3rd and long. This is where you want them. The Eagles have a little momentum here.
Hood just 3 of 10 for 50 yards in this inclement weather. Starting to rain a little bit right now. It figures to be off and on most of the day. And Hood to throw here on 3rd down. A little trouble planting the back foot. Now he's going to roll it and just try to pick something up. He doesn't. He loses yardage and ends up sliding out of bounds. Taken down by Chase DeMoore, another player out of Eaton, Washington. A lot of players from that area on this squad. And Hood sacked for the first time today. It's a loss of 2.
Yeah, offensive line disappointed. Petey Perrick had a block on him. Just couldn't hold him as long for Mitch to get rid of the ball.
Down. Dalton Mullins on to kick. Chance Nelson, who doubles as the punter and the punt returner for the Eagles. Low snap. Mullins handles it well and gets off a beauty. That's what you like to see, that high spiral kick, but it takes a big hop and rolls into the end zone. You never know what it's going to do, especially in conditions like this. It's a 62-yard punt, however, a net of just 42.
You look at the kickers and punters for both teams with hoodies on and hand warmers. Not that cold out here, guys.
I imagine they get some brutal weather. I heard stories back in the day of traveling up to Weed, and once you get, it's a little elevated there, 3,000 or 4,000 feet, and you get some snow. It can be very nasty there. First and 10, Eagles. After that nice drive to tie the game up. See if they can do it again. Here comes Kingston off the right side, runs into a wall of red. Benjamin trying to take him down, trying to strip the ball, actually. No whistle. Finally, the whistle blows after a short gain to the 22-yard line. Same type of situation last night in the Windsor-Santa Rosa playoff game where the pile was, everybody was standing one pile against another pile. The whistle blew on the 2-point PAT just before the pile fell into the end zone, which would have given Santa Rosa a win. I know a lot of Santa Rosa fans were very upset about the way that game ended, and rightfully so. Tough break for the Panthers. McCormick, a big bump as the ball was thrown. They're going to call it incidental contact somehow. Boy, that upsets the Eagles sideline as Tuefa hit the intended receiver, Cody Havelock, before the ball arrived.
I don't think there's any pass interference here. I think the receiver runs into Justin.
We'll have a really good look at it, but that's what we're calling it.
2 of 9 now. McCormick for just 4 yards throwing the football. There was an exciting high school football game last night. We'll have the full video highlights up later tonight or tomorrow of that Windsor-Santa Rosa game. Here comes McCormick on a roll. Pass complete this time to Havelock at the 35-yard line, taken down from behind by Stelzner as they pick up 15 yards and a first down.
Does a good job, little play action. Gets around, he's got the open receiver, just kind of sits in between the linebacker and safety.
Havelock, who averages 43 yards a game receiving, the second catch of the day. He is in the slot now to the near side. Nelson, the wide out. Kingston spinning his wheels, finally gets some traction and has big yardage. Look at Kingston go all the way down to the 45-yard line. Literally took about 3 or 4 steps before he started moving forward. It was like he was slipping on ice, and he has a great run there for a first down.
Yeah, watch this. You know, he just does such a great job staying low, keep his feet moving. Just running through defenders. Good thing we don't have a mic on Dante DePaula right now.
19-yard pickup. This time it's a loss back at the 48-yard line as Kingston is hit behind the line of scrimmage by Stelzner.
Actually, Benjamin probably slows him up on the play, allowing Stelzner to make the tackle.
Second and 13 now, 11:33 to go. We are in the second quarter. McCormick checking the wrist for the play. Single back now is Pierre out of Tenino, Washington. And he takes it straight ahead. Hit at the line of scrimmage, does manage to get a yard or two. Ryan Frazier in on the tackle that time. Also Benjamin, that is Keith Benjamin, the twins from El Cerrito, having a good football game thus far, having to play the run a lot more than they usually do, but showing they're capable of not only being great pass defenders, but they can play the run as well.
Yeah, he's got a couple plays here.
Third down and 11. Possible 4-down territory. They are in Bear Cub territory. Rolling out McCormick. Pressure on, throws that, and it is caught somehow, floating pass, but it finds its target, Scott Hulsley out of Springfield, Oregon, and that's a first down.
Yeah, they're doing a good job just taking it, dunking down the field, running the ball well. That's what's going to happen. They're going to open up little passing plays like that.
27 yards on the play.
Action. Tosses it up. I think he actually loses the ball in his hand. Safety's biting on run.
6 first downs now for the Eagles. As Hulsley catches that one.
Ball's on the ground.
And there's a fumble, but diving on it, Kingston at the 21-yard line. It's going to be a loss of a couple yards, but a very alert play for Kingston.
Yeah, he just loses it right at the snap. Lyman tries to pick it up, but knocks it behind the pile. Luckily, Kingston's heads up, jumps on the ball. A little bit of a break for the Bear Cubs.
Eagles just outside the red zone now at the 21-yard line. Into that part of the field where it does dry out quite a bit to that south end.
Yeah.
And they're right on the edge of that right now. The running back actually standing in the mud at the 30. Here he comes. Pierre bounces off the pile and taken down at the ankles by Henry Stelzner. What a tackle by Stelzner, who drops it for another loss. Great play by the man from Montgomery High School. Interesting to see where he ends up next year.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I was saying earlier. You know, Miles Gardia getting looks from Cal, Oregon State, Reno. Some great schools out there taking looks at him. You got to think Stelzner's high on their list also.
McCormick It's that reverse again. Chance Nelson looks like he's interested in throwing this. If he can get some footing, he doesn't, and he's taken down way back at the 30-yard line by Tagialoa. Great play by the man from Honolulu, Hawaii.
Yeah, much better job not biting on the action. Tagalua picks it up. He sees the motion coming back across to him.
Loss of 8 on the play.
They were definitely going to throw the ball.
Interesting, they're going to punt this. 4th and a punt, so they're just going to try to pin the Bear Cubs back. Santa Rosa doesn't even have anybody deep. They faked their last punt attempt. Doesn't figure to happen here, however, as they need about 21 yards for a first down.
Take the penalty, I would imagine. Nope.
Tries to pooch it, and that's going to roll into the end zone, so not much of a net there. They only net about 10 on that. Not an easy thing to do, especially a guy who not only punts, but he's a wide receiver, he's a kick returner, he does a lot of things. When does he work on his punting, especially that type of play?
I'm not too sure why he would try to corner kick that either. Try to get to roll out of bounds. You essentially give him the ball right back where you were, so
Santa Rosa takes over now. That Butte San Mateo game is underway in the second half. Still 14-0 Butte. Sac City leads DVC 7-3. That's just into the second quarter. 14 minutes left in the half there. Shasta 14, West Hills 7. That game has 8 minutes left in the second quarter. The other semifinal for Northern California, American River and Modesto, set to kick off at 6 p.m. tonight. Here it's 7-7. Santa Rosa facing the College of the Siskiyous Eagles in the Gridiron Classic. Bear Cubs pick up 5 on that one after the penalty. Out to Kerr Johnson. First catch of the day for Kerr, and he gets out to the 29-yard line, just a little short of the first down.
Yeah, you got to get the ball in the hands of your playmakers like Kerr, Ben Putnam, and you know, that's the way you're going to try to move the football upfield now. Kerr Johnson with those 48 catches, 880 yards. What a great season. What a great career. Had a lot of good time playing against him when we were at Pioneer. He was the handling, just a great player.
Zach Smith straight ahead. He'll have the first down as he crosses the 30 to the 31-yard line. A 2-yard pickup, and the Bear Cubs pick up their 5th first down.
Smith's having a good day. You know, doing a few of the games earlier this year, we didn't see a whole lot of Smith, and it's nice to see him out there.
Boy, he's not much taller than generic, is he?
He seems to like these conditions. You mentioned it earlier in Fort Bragg. They have to deal with nasty weather a lot, and he seems to be good at it. They'll fake it to him this time, and Hood's going to keep him. He's got big yardage. Hood crosses the 40 and slides for a first down at the 42-yard line. An 11-yard pickup for the Bear Cubs quarterback. Nice play, Mitch Hood.
What a terrible spot here. If you look, they don't get the first down.
What?
I got to see this here.
He's well past the first down there.
Like
I don't
he was
know
at
what
the 42.
You got 2 guys looking for that, and they get it wrong. That's what's frustrating sometimes.
Well,
you look at even where he started his slide.
you can see where his butt hit the ground there, right where the D-line is.
Second and short now. They'll go to a 2-back set here up under center. Rare occurrence for the Bear Cubs. Fake the handoff. They're going to take a shot here. Not much there, and he ends up dumping it off. Zach Smith almost caught that, which would have been a huge mistake. You want to just bat that thing to the ground.
Yeah,
would have been a loss of about 7 yards.
Yeah, right. That's called being aware of, you know, these situations when you're second and a yard, maybe even a second and a foot, and now that play doesn't develop. You got to know where you are on the field. You got to know where you're going across the sticks. I don't personally like the play call. I like getting the first down, then open up the playbook a little bit more, but I'm in the booth and they're on the field.
3rd and 1. Smith going to be close. He gets it with second effort as he dives across the 42-yard line. A pickup of a yard. Pretty good defense that time by the Eagles, but Logan Marsh couldn't stop him behind the line of scrimmage. 6 first downs now for Santa Rosa. Clock ticking under 6 minutes and 20 seconds to go now in this second quarter. Good first half here in the Gridiron Classic, 7-7. If you like a mud bowl, you got one right here. Mitch Hood to throw and intended on that outside for Lanny Gaspar, but he slipped and couldn't get to the outside shoulder where the ball was thrown. It's incomplete.
I'm looking at the Siskiyous sidelines. They sure traveled a lot of guys who aren't dressed to play this game. I'd say they got like a second squad over there. Guys in jeans and sweats and jerseys.
The rain has subsided, at least for the time being, here at Santa Rosa Junior College. We bring you the action today from the Larry Bertolini press box. Penalty marker that goes against the Bear Cubs.
I didn't catch who that was again, or who was the offender.
Second and 15 for the Bear Cubs.
Larry Bertolini, a good friend of mine. He was the voice of Bailey Field. Ever since back when I was in high school, he announced games here at Bailey Field. All the games. Didn't matter if it was a high school game or a JC game. He was here. He was awesome. Straight ahead. Zach Smith out past the 40 to the 42, back near the original line of scrimmage, but it's going to be third and about 11. 66 yards on 8 carries now for Zach Smith. Bear Cubs are going to have to figure out a way to throw the football today. It's been tough. He was 4 of 13 so far, and certainly haven't been able to get it to their deep play guy, Kurt Johnson, other than that short little hitch that he caught at the beginning of this drive. Big third down play here for the Bear Cubs. Hood with pressure. The man slips and falls down. He completes it to Smith. Smith has the first down. Almost lost the ball, but hangs on. A helmet flies off. Wow, what a tackle that time by Joshua Berry, a 5'11", 183-pound freshman out of Miami, Florida. He picked him up. His helmet went off. The ball was bobbled. Check this out.
He lifted him off the ground. I love it. Great idea. You think you're going to run him over? He gets lower.
Ball is started at the 43-yard line. First and 10, Bear Cubs.
Bear Cubs get a first down out of that. 13-yard pickup for Zach Smith. Here comes Jannard James now in the game. And James slips away and gets down to the 40. He was tackled or hit behind the line of scrimmage. He manages to pick up 3 yards. San Mateo is on the board up in Butte in that NorCal semifinal, but it's 16-6. So there must have been a safety. And then San Mateo got a touchdown and didn't get the extra point, or maybe the extra point is pending, but it's 16-6 at the moment with 4:02 to go in the third quarter.
That's probably a game the Bear Cubs would rather not keep their eye on.
Game that they really wish they were in, and they certainly look like they had a chance to get there. Here's James looking for blocking to the outside, turns the corner and gets down to the 37-yard line. Nice open field tackle by Dominic Copeland. After a gain of 3 more yards, it's going to be third down. James with his first 2 carries of the day.
James just so small, they can't get lower than him. They got to go up high.
James, who's rushed for 530 yards this year. Third down and about 3.5 yards to go. Hood's going to throw on third down inside to Kurt Johnson. He slips through the defense and has a first down at the 24-yard line. A 12-yard pickup. Bear Cubs on the move.
Kurt does such a great job. This is where he's dangerous. You get him with some blockers out in front of him. He's going to make moves like a Barry Sanders type running back and get you a first down.
Another great player out of Annalee. Hood in trouble. Defender falls down, and Hood is actually able to gain a couple yards on that. They chased him a couple times and slipped right before they were about to hit him. He kind of anticipated the hit that time. He tucked his shoulder and then realized he missed me somehow and kept running.
Right.
2nd and 8 now for the Bear Cubs. Santa Rosa Junior College with under 3 minutes to work with here in this second quarter, trying to take the lead. Hood fires it. Ben Putnam can't hang on as the ball is batted away. Nice defensive play for the Eagles. I'd love to tell you who it was. Now I can see the number. It's muddy on the front side. That is Max Valdez. Very good defensive player for the College of Sequoia's Eagles. Jerseys are getting muddier and muddier, so it will become difficult to pick up the numbers as the game goes on. 3rd down and 8 now for Bear Cubs from the 21-yard line. Mitch Hood with Janaric James in the backfield. 2 to the near side, 2 to the far side. Looking straight over the middle for Putnam. He's got it at the 5 and spins down to the 1-yard line. Big play for Santa Rosa as they pick up 20 yards and a 1st down.
They're getting close here. Putnam, great job coming back after dropping the last one. Spins, tries to get in the end zone a little bit short.
And the College of the Siskiyous Eagles will take a timeout. Today's game is brought to you by State Farm agent Dawn Jump, bringing 25 years of experience to the Sonoma and Napa Valley. She'd like to send a personal message to all student athletes. It's not how big you are, it's how big you play. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. You can find Dawn online at dawnjump.net for your home, auto, and life insurance needs. Former Bear Cub great. In fact, she is in the SRJC Bear Cub Hall of Fame, and rightfully so. Great basketball player, went on to the University of San Diego. Big drive here for the Bear Cubs. 2:26 to go, facing a 1st and goal as Putnam makes a big play right there and sets them up with a chance to take the lead. Kind of a dry spot on the field. Once you get down inside the 10s, the footing isn't too bad. James, the back. Hood looking over the defense now, ready to take the snap, and it is going to be James, and he's not going to get there. He got down to the 1-yard line, but he's tackled from behind. In on that tackle was Dominic Copeland. 2nd and goal. Bear Cubs will try it again. A little bit of trouble with the exchange, and James gets over. Hood kind of helped him along the way right there. Almost kind of pushed him in as he was trying to get the ball to him, and it's a touchdown nonetheless for Janaric James, and the Bear Cubs take the lead with 1:51 to go in the half.
Yeah, you see here, Mitch trying to get a read on the DN. DN comes upfield. Knows he should give it to James, but also James going to need a little help. I don't know if they got mixed up on the handoff exchange, but Mitch helps James get in, and that's 6 for the Bear Cubs.
Extra point attempt by Pedroza now. And his kick is good. The Bear Cubs score here with under 2 minutes to go in the half. We'll take a break right here, and we'll be back with the kickoff. It's 14-7, Santa Rosa over the College of the Siskiyous Eagles here in the Gridiron Classic.
Hard work, sacrifice, character. These are the hallmarks of a great football team or a great company. Well-trained people in the right positions at the right time is the strategy, and commitment is the fuel that drives it. At Oil Stop, we share many of these values. Like a great football team, constant, ongoing training is the order of the day, because amateurs do it right some of the time, professionals do it right all the time. Stop by Oil Stop and watch our team in action. We think you'll like what you see.
Bear Cubs to kick it off now, leading 14-7. Low kick, scooped up at the 20-yard line, little slip. But bringing it out for good yardage past the 40, all the way to the 44-yard line is the kick returner, Tremaine Tolbert. Great drive that time, John, for the Bear Cubs.
Yeah.
They kind of marched down the field and used pass and run to do it, and ended up getting a touchdown.
Yeah, he burned a lot of time off the clock, but Siskiyous with a decent return here. 2 timeouts, has a chance to move downfield. not much of a threat in the passing game, but you could see a couple trick plays.
They have thrown for 46 yards today on 4 of 11. McCormick will throw on first down, and he's going to go deep. He's got a man. Benjamin's there, but it's caught at the 20-yard line. Wow. What a catch by Chance Nelson, who takes it away. However, there is a penalty marker down in the backfield. This one is coming back on a hold.
Yeah, you see here, great job. He just sits there in the pocket, gets the ball over him. Good job by the receiver, fight for the football coming up. Benjamin, who actually probably jumped a little early, isn't able to hold on to it. I swear, every time I say something, the opposite happens. If I said it was pouring rain here, the sun's going to come out this afternoon. So
Say it. So loss of 10 on the hold.
Lost about 10 seconds on the clock. I don't expect to see them take that shot again. So they'll take that shot again.
Rain starting to come down a little stronger now as we wind down this first half at Bailey Field. It's Kingston carrying, right side, big hole, hurdles over a player, and Stelzner ends up bringing him down, but an 11-yard pickup out to the 46-yard line.
Yeah, why wouldn't you give it to the ball to this guy? He just runs so hard. He's really effective. He doesn't stop. That's the thing I like about him. Reminds me of Logan Francavilla when he runs the football.
17th carry of the day. Here's his 18th, and he runs into his own man, and one of the Bear Cubs, Ryan Frazier, who's filling in today for Presley Pigliotti. No gain on that one. Third down and about 8.
Expect to take a shot here.
Trouble with the snap. McCormick dives on it back at the 35, and the Bear Cubs are going to get it back with about under 30 seconds to go in the half.
Yeah, a little bit surprised they didn't use a timeout before that play. Give them a little bit of time before the half.
They do take a timeout here. Hope you're enjoying our live coverage today. Butte has scored again. They now lead San Mateo 23-6 with 2:01 to go. That game is in the third quarter. Sac City and DVC 7-3. Sacramento City in the State Center Bowl game. 34 seconds left in the half. Santa Barbara leads Oak Park 21-12. That game is now at the half. Fullerton 24, Ventura 7 with 12:16 to go in the second quarter. That's the National Bowl playoff game played down in Yorba Linda High School. Again, that other big NorCal semifinal goes off tonight at 6. That's Modesto and American River College. The winner of that plays the winner of the San Mateo big game. Right now, Butte is in control of that one. The team the Bear Cubs beat early in the season. Chance Nelson to punt. Jannard James settles in back near a big puddle at the 26-yard line, hoping for a big return and maybe a chance to give Andros Pedroza to add to the lead here at the half. Low kick. James is going to let it bounce, and it settles in at the 26-yard line. Been a great year here at Santa Rosa Junior College. They hope to finish with a win today and go 9-2 on the season. At one time, they were the top-ranked team in Northern California. Lost to City College, and that heartbreaking loss to San Mateo on a field goal at the end of the game. That is what the only difference between them playing today up at Butte and being here today hosting the Gridiron Classic.
Yeah, no, talking to Dante and Lenny before the game, a little disappointed that they didn't get in the playoff this year, but no doubt doing a great job here, getting guys from the local area, high schools.
Mitch Hood to throw a little high, intended for Putnam. Kurt Johnson was trying to break free down the near sideline, never looked that way, and the pass is incomplete.
Yeah, talk again a little bit about the program. You know, in high school you get 4 years. In Division I you get 4 years to build. Here essentially you get 2 years. A lot of times teams don't want, or schools don't want to get your red shirt guys. They want to use it when they get you. So they do a great job here.
Putnam takes the pass, Weaves his way out past the 35 and breaks a tackle and ends up getting all the way to the 41-yard line. Great second effort for him as he picks up 15 yards and a first down for the Bear Cubs with only 10 seconds to go in the half. They do have a timeout, and they take it right here.
Yeah, great job by Putnam. Keep moving upfield. Get behind the big boys. They'll lead you upfield.
11 first downs now for Santa Rosa. Going to need a big play to set up a field goal attempt. Pedroza has hit some big field goals this year of over 40 yards. They'd still need about a 30-yard pickup right here to give him a shot.
Yeah. Not a lot of time on the clock for that.
And this weather, probably not a good shot. Not only will the footing be in muddy, so very difficult to plant your foot, but it's very cold, and that makes the ball a little bit harder to kick distance-wise.
Yeah, sometimes, depending on the football, it actually could make the ball a little bit stickier for receivers and quarterbacks. But once it gets so much water on it, it just becomes waterlogged, heavy. And the JC does a great job of getting the ball off the field, get a new one out there. I mean, I see a guy on the sideline who literally just carries a bag of footballs around. There he is right there. As you look down next to Javon Hurd, the receiver coach, and he's constantly rubbing on the football, making sure they get a dry one out there.
10 seconds to work with now for Santa Rosa. They lead it 14-7.
Drop everybody into coverage. Bring three.
Fires it, intercepted at the 40. Chance for a big return. Hood makes the tackle at the 35-yard line and a late marker down. The pass was intercepted by Jonathan Warner, his second interception of the year.
And that penalty is going to be on Santa Rosa. It's going to give Siskiyous a shot. Free play here.
Only 1 second on the clock, but that's all you need if you're going to try a field goal attempt.
Okay, so we do have 1 second. Well, they're going to get some extra yards on this.
The kicker, Austin Gold, is 4 for 4 on field goals this year.
Do we get a penalty call yet?
The officials are talking it over. Austin Gold coming on the field.
Yep. Yeah, I didn't see Peter's hit or whatever happened. A little bit of frustration coming out, I guess we'll see here. Mitch, poor decision here. Again, it looks like a mix-up between the receiver and the quarterback.
Nice interception for Jonathan Warner. The Eagles are going to take a shot at the end zone here, interestingly enough.
I don't like that call. Yeah, I would agree, whoever yelled that.
36-yard field goal attempt. The ball is dropped. McCormick picks it up, and now he's sacked. The penalty marker down, and if the penalty's against the defense, they'll get another shot.
Yeah, it's going to halftime. That's a hold.
Sacked him all the way back at the 35-yard line, so it's a loss of 15.
I don't like that call that gave them the extra 15 yards against Peter Perrick. He's just trying to make a play. He's a big guy. It's wet. He's trying to stop himself. Oh, come on!
Oh, my goodness. If this penalty is against the defense, they will get another shot, and now perhaps the field goal unit will come on the field. Another personal foul against the Bear Cubs. Wow, moves it all the way down to the 16-yard line. Really surprised they're not sending the field goal unit out. Let's see if we can see it here. He's hit.
Yep, right there. You see the dip of that. I don't know about 15 yards, but I guess at this level, everything is 15 yards. At our level, we do have 5-yarders, so.
Jerry Gainey made the sack on McCormick. The ball's at the 16-yard line as they take the timeout here, so it'd be about a 33-yard field goal attempt if they choose to go that route.
It just depends on how Siskiyous thinks. They could say, hey, it's a free shot. We shouldn't even be here anyways, or they could just take the points. Santa Rosa is going to get the ball at the half.
We're enjoying our coverage today on YSN365.com. Also want to welcome those watching on the Bay Area Online Sports Network. Trying trying to keep track of that San Mateo game as best we can for you. It's now 23-6 at the start of the fourth quarter. Butte over College of San Mateo. 1st and 10. They're going to go for it again. Still not going to try to kick. No time on the clock, so it's kind of like a free play. McCormick looking, firing into the end zone, intercepted near the goal line by Gainey. Gainey will try and bring it out, and he fumbles the football. It's recovered by the Bear Cubs at the 14-yard line. That kind of sums up the first half right there in a nutshell. First turnover by College of the Siskiyous. And however you slice and dice it, Santa Rosa Junior College leads it at the half 14-7. Gainey was thinking, I'm going to take this 100 yards.
Yeah, it was Griffey, Jace Griffey, on the
yeah.
pick. But yeah, he had big eyes, but then he lost his footing, and I think he realized that's a long ways to go this late in the year.
So the teams will head to the locker room here, see what they have in store in the second half. Weather-wise, it's not raining at the moment, and the skies do seem to be raising up a little bit, John, so it'll be a very interesting second half, and time to make some adjustments, figure out what you can do in this weather and what you can't right now. So I imagine both offensive coordinators will be very busy.
Yeah, I think they're going to all be busy when they go inside. There have been some mistakes made all around on all sides of the football, but I do see that they'll come out in the second half. They'll have their adjustments made. It's not a blowout. That's good. We want to see a good football game, and we're seeing it here. Siskiyous has no quit in them,
And that's a good thing. When you go into the half, they'll build on any momentum they're leaving on the field here, because I truly believe after that turnover, a couple penalties, they have a little bit of momentum going in here, although they won't get the ball at half. They come out at halftime, have a big stop, get back on the board.
So we'll take a break right here, and we'll be back with the start of the third quarter here in the Gridiron Classic in just a moment.
Character. These are the hallmarks of a great football team or a great company. Well-trained people in the right positions at the right time is the strategy, and commitment is the fuel that drives it. At Oil Stop, we share many of these values. Like a great football team, constant, ongoing training is the order of the day, because amateurs do it right some of the time, professionals do it right all the time. Stop by Oil Stop and watch our team in action. We think you'll like what you see.
For the best in California comfort food in a friendly environment, come to Emily's Kitchen in Montgomery Village for breakfast and lunch with fresh soups daily, along with sandwiches and salads. A neighborhood gathering place right near Montgomery High School. It's Emily's Kitchen.
At George Peterson Insurance, we support the communities we serve and live in. You'll find us helping out at the Boys and Girls Club and Sonoma Humane Society, collecting food for the Redwood Empire Food Bank, and more. It's our goal to make our neighborhoods a better place. We're invested in your success. For over 75 years, George Peterson Insurance has been serving our communities and customers with top-notch service and competitive pricing. Find out what we have to offer. George Peterson Insurance, we've got your back.
Highlights presented by Meade Clark Lumber Company, locally owned and part of the community for over 100 years. With the right information and the right materials, Meade Clark is the right lumber yard. So shop where the contractors shop, at Meade Clark Lumber.